think a perfect stranger would react if you asked him for illegal drugs? Now imagine you're on a college campus and you're asking for the drug Adderall.
Tonight, our hidden cameras expose how easy it was to get these so-called study drugs, that's what they call them, to get these drugs without a prescription. Here right now is Fox 6 investigator Brian Polson.
Brennan, Adderall is a stimulant that's used to treat attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or ADHD, and it has fast become a popular studied drug and party drug as well on college campuses. Possession of a single pill without a prescription is a crime, but we had no trouble finding students who were willing to hook us up. If you're new on campus and want to break the ice, just pick a student at random, any student, and ask.
Do you guys know anybody I can get Adderall from?
You might be surprised how well you're received.
I'm so
I was just talking about that. I don't have anything. I was just talking about that. Did you hear me?
The Fox 6 investigator sent a 21-year-old intern to the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee.
Well, can I see your badge?
During finals week in December.
Everyone's looking right now, you know.
To see what it would take to get Adderall from a perfect stranger.
I don't know, just some girl.
It took 5 minutes to get our first offer.
Yeah, he said that's fine. He just said a can of Mountain Dew would be a fair trade.
But it wouldn't be the last. Adderall is a powerful stimulant prescribed to treat the symptoms of ADHD.
It's phenomenal how much my GPA shot up in high school when I got it.
But in recent years, it's become wildly popular among students with no documented medical need.
Lots of people use it. Makes you focus.
I don't take it, but I don't know, people get stuff done, so it sounds pretty appealing.
There doesn't appear to be any science behind the belief that occasional pill popping has any positive effect on academic performance. Still, some students swear by it.
Basically, you just get really focused on something and you just feel like getting something done.
This UWM freshman we'll call Brittany agreed to share her experience as long as we didn't show her face or use her real name.
It's like a weird sensation, I guess you could say. Your heart beats very fast.
She's one of 13 UWM students arrested last year for possession of Adderall without a prescription.
I knew that, there's always possibility I could get caught with it, but that wasn't really my main thought. My main thought was freaking out because I was failing a class.
We know that first-time use is often prompted by periods of high academic stress.
Sarah Bellstock is UWM's coordinator of alcohol and drug abuse awareness. As prescriptions for Adderall have increased, she says, so has misuse and abuse.
By students who believe genuinely, I think most of the time, that they are in fact using them to enhance their performance.
Still, there are others who covet Adderall as a party drug, crushing and snorting it for faster effect.
It keeps you up, keeps you awake, so if you take that and go to a party, you'll be able to probably stay up all night.
According to campus police reports, some of the students arrested in the past year told police they got their pills at house parties.
There might be some thinking that, it can make me party for longer.
Sort of like an energy drink on steroids.
A Red Bull is not gonna have the effect of Adderall, not at all.
But it's the side effects, irregular heartbeat, high body temperature, heart failure, and seizures that make off-label use a serious health threat.
I think a lot of our students have this false sense of security almost, that, well, this is a legal substance, it was prescribed to my buddy, and therefore it's probably pretty safe for me to take.
Adderall abuse is a problem plaguing college campuses all over America, and it's recently gained more attention in Wisconsin after students at UW-Madison performed their own undercover investigation for the nonprofit Wisconsin Center for Investigative Reporting.
I think it's any college, it's pretty common.
So common that virtually everyone we approached seemed to know someone who had some.
Do you know anybody here who has Adderall that I can buy from them?
Well, I do, but I don't know if I think they're waiting to get their script though. One of my friends might, so I can see, but
I sent out a mass text like 2 weeks ago, so I had all my exams.
I personally do not have any, but
This student took our intern's phone number down, then texted her hours later, offering 2 pills for $10.
I know she has 20s.
This one had a friend with 20 milligram pills, a medium-strength dose.
But I don't know how much she's charging for them. Probably like $2.
And this student says our intern ought to just get a prescription for herself.
Well, it's pretty easy to get.
Really?
Kids just go to the doctor and say I have focusing problems, and places that I'll go to.
Some people don't even like have like the symptoms of it. They just get it, resell it. It's a big, it's kind of a big market here, I guess.
Even those who couldn't help
I'm sure you can.
didn't seem especially concerned about a stranger hitting them up for drugs.
Like it's Adderall.
No, and I'm like, oh, sorry.
It's not like you're asking for
friends here,
cocaine.
so I'm like,
Actually, it is. Under federal law, Adderall is classified as a Schedule II controlled substance, same as OxyContin, methadone, morphine, and cocaine. Brittany found out the hard way.
Basically just sucks.
Last fall, she was in a friend's dorm room when there was a knock on the door. Someone had smelled pot and called the cops.
I totally forgot that I had the pills on me. And so I was like, you know, sure, search me, like, it's fine. And then I was like, wow, how could I forget something like that?
She says she's embarrassed. Now, she just wants to leave it all behind her.
Nobody thinks it's that big of a deal to take Adderall until you're sitting in handcuffs.
The popularity of Adderall abuse on campus has not necessarily made it a priority for law enforcement. Alcohol is still the #1 concern for campus cops. In fact, of the 13 Adderall-related arrests last year at UWM, not a single one started as an Adderall investigation. Almost all of them were the result of pills that were discovered during a search for marijuana.
So what happened to those 13 students who were arrested with the Adderall?
Well, some of them, a couple of them, were criminally charged. Most of them got a scare, then paid a fine. The DA charged 2 of them with crimes. One student who admitted to selling pills was charged with a felony. Both of the 2 students who received criminal charges got deferred prosecution agreements, and those charges were eventually dismissed. But still, they've been through the arrest, the booking, the whole procedure.
Well, here's the thing that gets me. I mean, they're not making this stuff. They're getting this prescribed by doctors.
Sure.
And it sounds like there's a lot of it out there. You would think at some point some doctors would be like, yeah, wait a second here.
Well, as the one person said, you know, you tell a doctor what your symptoms are. If they match the, you know, this is one of those things that there's a lot of pills flowing out there. Let's put it that way. And they're on campus. It's not just UWM.
We've had this.
It's all
we've
over
talked
the
about
country.
this with pain pills too.
Yeah,
you know, how do you
absolutely.
control when someone comes and says they have pain and yet you can see it's out of control?
You got it.
All right, interesting. Thank you, Brian.
Yep.